to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button, please do subscribe. Monday afternoon now. Alexa, what's the time please?
It's 1:17 p.m.
Right, so I've been keeping myself occupied. It's been really hot. It brought on a headache. So I came back from walking Max this morning and I had this massive migraine. No word of a lie. When I get a migraine, I get like an aura and it like blocks out my vision. So I started to get a headache coming back from walking Max on the field this morning. And it was like zigzag lines in front of my right eye. So basically I got indoors and you just have to carry on with it because I cannot lie down and rest in this heat. It's literally impossible. I've had to put 3 fans on and I still am sweating like a pig and I feel hot and I can't get cool. It's 25.5 degrees inside this flat. I was reading my granddad's diary. My granddad Frank, who's long been dead, he wrote a diary in 1977 and it was quite interesting to read what my granddad Frank was doing in September and what the weather was like in 1977 in September. So this is Frank's diary. 1977, Frank was my granddad. So, by the way, it's my son's birthday today and I'm wishing him all the best because he deserves it. So on Sunday the 11th of September 1977, my granddad Frank was mowing the lawn. Saturday the 10th of December, Derek and Janesta called this afternoon. Jenny was occupied with Rodney, who had arrived at their address. I was busy painting a white undercoat onto the woodwork of the back room windows and lavatory doors surround. The Freemans left for a camping holiday at Ramsgate. So it's the 11th, so the 11th in September was a Sunday. So I'll just read the 12th of September, which was a Monday in 1977. Off to Ramsgate via the 9:33 through train from Crofton Park, arriving Ramsgate at 11:20. Sunny and warm. We looked at the Sylvan Hotel and Seaman's Church, also walked towards Pegwell Bay and back to the pier. We returned home on the 5:38 train to arrive at Crofton Park at 7:44. So my nan and granddad used to live in Forest Hill, Stillness Road, Forest Hill. So my granddad didn't drive and neither did my nan. So they used the train and the bus. So Crofton Park, I remember that railway station. Right, so that's what my granddad Frank was doing on the 11th of September 1977. He was mowing his lawn and September was warm. But around the 20th of September, it started getting cooler. So hopefully that will happen this year. It'll start getting cooler around the 20th. Alexa, what's the weather forecast for the 20th of September?
On Wednesday the 20th of September in Rochester, there will be mostly sunny weather, with a high of 19 degrees Celsius and a low of 13 degrees. Also, there's a flood alert in effect.
So it's going to be warm, late September this year. So guys, I took Max for a walk this morning. I came back, I tried to shake off this migraine and I rang my mum up because she said she wasn't well, so I was just checking my mother Jennifer was okay up in Chatham, and she answered the phone and she said, I'm carrying on as usual. So she said to me, have you got the post? and the post comes around lunchtime around Corey's Road. So I said no. She said, look out for the post. Of course, it's my son's birthdays this week. I've got 2 older sons and it's their birthdays this week, and my mum's sent them a birthday card, but I don't know the address of either of where my sons live. So I'm just going to hold their cards here until I get their addresses. I've wished my son happy birthday. I haven't got a lot. I'm struggling to top up my electric and make sure my cat's okay after she went missing for 3 weeks. So I said, my mum said she was carrying on as usual and she'd phone me later on. And she told me to look out for the post. So, we've got a post lady. She looks a bit like me, but I think she's a tiny weeny bit older. She's got curly reddish hair, and she sometimes wears a silver baseball cap or a silver hat that looks like an Australian, hat without the corks hanging down. And she wears shorts and socks. And sometimes she rings my buzzer and I sign for my parcel. Now, I wanted to look out for my letter because my mum said that she'd put some money in it for me. So the next thing I know, the lady next door with the sausage dog has gone downstairs and she started talking to the post lady. So she's got a sausage dog next door. She's got long brown hair and she's got a common accent, a London accent. She went out to talk to the post after my mother's phone call, and she was stood there talking to the post lady for 5 minutes. And I thought, right, I'm going to leave the post. I'll leave it to a bit later on. So I made myself a cup of tea. I watched Walking with Tim on YouTube, and I waited for my neighbour to move on so that I could get my post. Because I've got a chihuahua. My dog's a chihuahua. By the way, some great news. Max. Wait a minute. Oh no. This little boy is on a calendar. Max has made it onto a calendar. So Max is on a calendar. I sent a photograph of Max. There was an ad on Facebook for you to send photos of your pets. And Max has made it to the calendar. Let me try and find my phone. I've just been out to the shop and I've put it down somewhere, no doubt, knowing me. So Max is going to be in a calendar, and I wanted to show you because I've got to pay for the calendar, by the way, but I get 10% off. Right, we will find our phone in a moment. I don't know what I've done with it. Anyway, forget that. I'll find my phone a bit later on and I'll show you later on. It's just an ordinary picture of Max on the lead on the Rochester Riverside on the grass. And I did no frills, no fancy photographs, no fancy things in the background, just an ordinary everyday photograph of Max going for a walk on the field. It's made it into a calendar, and when I find my phone and when I get some money into my bank account, I will buy the calendar. I've got 10% off. So he's a calendar star, aren't you, Max? You've made it into a calendar. He's made it into a calendar. So that's great news. So after my neighbour had gone, I went downstairs to look in my mailbox, number 5. And you remember I got sent that card, Jesus loves you, or Jesus loves me. things are starting to slightly look up for the better. This is what my mum sent me. Now it looks like a boat on the back of the letter. It looks like a strange boat. She's drawn that doodle on the back of the envelope. And inside was a letter from my mother Jennifer. Friday 8th of September 2023. Dear Ginestra, I am so pleased that your cat has been found. I am sure she will be back to full health soon. Thinking of you, Ginestra, and yours enclosed is... Mum put me some money in the envelope. Bye for now. I'll write again and keep in touch by phone. Also, landline phone. From Mum. So my mum is helping me out while Nikki is getting on her feet. She is still dangerously thin, but I'm feeding her, and she's getting back gradually, hopefully, to the way she was. 2 birthday cards here, one for my son and another one for my other son. So my mum sent 2 birthday cards out to my sons. There's a letter for Miss Alice Marshall Crystal, so that's backwards, isn't it? Miss Alice Marshall Crystal. Partridges, 3 Eagle Avenue, Magnetic Park, Desborough. Gifts that make a difference. The Alzheimer's Society. On the 2nd day of Christmas, my husband refuses to leave the house. He doesn't understand what's going on around him and he's scared. I don't know what to tell the family. The noise and chaos of Christmas can be daunting for a person living with dementia. So it's another charity I support, Alzheimer's. We've got a catalogue from Tier Times. Church changed my life. Miss Crystal Marshall to me. The church changed my life. The Tear Fund. Prayer diary. Prayer diary. And that's come from Teddington. Teddington. Right, so that's my post for today. Last but not least, because my mum gave me some money, I went to the co-op to get some food and drink. It's vital that you keep hydrated in this heat. It's hard to breathe, it's hard to move, it's hard to keep going. So we've got some co-op cat pouches in gravy for 1+ years. This is the co-op's own cat food. 3 with beef, 3 with chicken, 3 with salmon and 3 with turkey. Almost £4 a box. It's cheaper than Whiskers and cheaper than Felix. And I've still got some of the Whiskas Duo. We've got some Muller Light Crunch Toffee Cheesecake Yogurts. Toffee flavour yogurt and biscuit crumble. 4 Muller Light Crunch yogurt. We've got some Capri Sun 4 drinks with no added sugar, orange. We've got some Flips cookies and cream flavour coated pretzels. Light snack. A banana yuzu. Some Temptations with chicken and cheese Whiskers, little biscuits. Again, we've got some thin sliced chicken and some thin sliced honey roast ham. No staff at the desk, no staff whatsoever at the counter, so I didn't bother with a scratch card. There was nobody there, and I'm not standing around waiting for staff to serve me. If they're not going to be at the counter, I use self-service, and I walked out the shop. No staff at the desk whatsoever. Anyone could walk in, pinch something and walk out. No staff to be seen whatsoever. We've got a Rustler's marinara meatball sub sandwich. Watch your dates on the food because it's getting very close to the use by date. Bad food can make you ill, can't it? If it's gone off or it's a bit mouldy, it can make your stomach sick. We've got some Apple Blast Lucozade, which I'm going to put in the fridge for a nice cold drink of Lucozade. Some Impulse Teas body spray. I'm a woman, so this is a female body spray. A fine fragrance with freesia and apple blossom. It's a woman's body spray. We've got the Sun newspaper. What happened to me last night? A dog, well, he didn't actually jump over me because I stopped it. So what's on the front page of the Sun newspaper? Ban XL Devil Dogs. Suella's vow on killer pets by Harry Cole. The Home Secretary last night vowed to outlaw killer XL bully dogs. Suella Braverman aims to ban their breeding and sale after the latest horror attack on a girl of 11, plus 2 men who intervened in Birmingham at the weekend. Bullies have been linked to 9 deaths, including 3 children, since 2021. Miss Braverman said they are terrorising our communities and pose a particular threat to children. It must end. We have Mel B in her bra and knickers. They've got Mel B in her bra and knickers on page 3 of the Sun. How old is Mel B? She's nearly 50. One of the Spice Girls, nearly 50, and she's posing in her bra and panties. Right next to Ed Sheeran. Singer Ed Sheeran cancelled a gig as crowds came in over fears the set could collapse. Fans who queued for hours in sweltering Las Vegas were left fuming when it was axed 20 minutes after doors opened. A flooring problem. I will read more of the Sun newspaper, and I treated myself to a Solero exotic lolly in this heat. I think global warming is prominent now, don't you? Global warming. It's not natural heat at all. As the years go on, I think the sun's going to get hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. Anyway, guys, I'm enjoying myself by myself. I've done some balloon video shorts, and I'm still being taken the mickey out of like I'm a bloke, and I'm a woman, and I always have been. So I'm going to carry on leading a lovely single life, and the more people take the piss and they bully me, the more I'm going to keep at my YouTube channel, especially the balloon parts of it, okay? So the more you bully, the more you take the mick, the more you go, the more you make out I'm a fella, I'm going to rise to the top. And I will try and get some support through the media, which means trying to get hold of newspapers and TV shows that could be interested. And remember that Max has made it to a calendar. So anybody that keeps laughing, oh, Crystal will never get onto the newspaper, she'll never get on the TV, we'll see about that, won't we? Then you'll all look ridiculous. See you later.